Welcome to ye. Sorry for that cough right in the intro. Terrible. Welcome, High Plains drifters, raiders of lost arks, and busters of ghosts. It's BZ here, back in the Neon Doom room. Back in the Neon Doom room after a hiatus of 2 weeks. We missed an episode. I needed some time off. I just wanted a mental health break. Not that this, is deadly serious stuff, but I come in here, I do a lot of prepping, I vlog, and I love it. Don't get me wrong, I love it. I love to be here with you guys. My camera is on a weird angle, and I think I need to fix that. Why are you on such a weird angle? Sorry, people, for watching this happen. I think this needs to be more like that. That's a lot better. All right, cool. But I just needed a night to just watch movies. And I, to be honest, I didn't watch tons of movies. I ended up getting caught up with other stuff. But it was good to have a little bit of a break. And I have been watching some movies. So that was good. So welcome, guys, to another very, very late. We're very late tonight. This weekend, where I got my kids are celebrating birthdays. So, and it's not their birthdays all on this weekend, but we're celebrating all weekend. So it's been busy. The Neon Doom household has been busy, very busy. So I couldn't be in here early to prep. I came in here very late. I had to rush a lot of prep. I had to do a video. So everything came late. It's late. So I apologize. Sorry, not sorry. That's my apology. Sorry, not sorry. A lot of guys probably been scared off for coming in here so late. I know a couple of people wanted to watch live. It may be too late for them. That's okay. You can always be replay crew. Replay crew is some of my favorite crew because the people that I watch tend to be around the 2 to 6 amount of people that are watching. Replay crew can be like 20, 40, 60, 100. So that's fine. You can be replay crew. I appreciate all my crew, whether it's live crew, live and replay, or just replay. Happy to see you on board. Welcome. We're going to try to make a speedy episode tonight because I'm trying to catch up on a lot of stuff, and we do have a very long video to play. I found some stuff at a place, dumped. You know how I used to show you videos of stuff I found, cool stuff. I haven't found stuff for months and months and months and months. I haven't found stuff. End of winter, when it's raining, everything gets wet, that's when you find stuff. When you find the stuff that's wet. I found some stuff. I did a video. I'm going to show it to you. I pre-recorded it because this camera, Roddy's here. I should have introduced you to Roddy. I will in a second. I couldn't take him with me to point down at the ground. Too much messing around. Too late to be in here. So I pre-shot it and I'm going to play it to you. Welcome to Roddy, my camera. Welcome to Roddy, my camera. Roddy is ever faithful, all-knowing, all-seeing, ever-present, unjudgmental. One of the best attributes of anything or anyone. Unjudgmental. I'm not perfect at it. I can be a little bit judgmental. I am always working on that. But Roddy is always unjudgmental. He's a bunch of circuits and wires and plastic and lenses, and we love him. He's a good camera. He's there for me in a bad situation. If I could trust anyone, I could trust Roddy. If I was in an alley with Terminators and mutants and zombies, I could trust Roddy to always be filming non-stop until the camera drops. Film non-stop till the camera drops. He's here for me. Welcome, Roddy. And I want to say, if you guys would like to consider subscribing, because if you subscribe, all your little things that you do, comment, like, dislike, it all matters. Sharing, all that stuff. Sharing is caring. So if you don't subscribe, please consider subscribing. You can always unsubscribe later. Roddy, especially, because he's non-judgmental, and myself, because I'm working on it, we don't mind if you want to unsubscribe later. It's your preference. So if you could subscribe now, that would be fantastic. I've got tons of videos, tons and tons of videos. Been doing this for, gosh, it must be nearly 3 years now. Be 2.5, if not more than that, years now. I've been doing this. Don't have a huge, Stigmatic Creatures here. Thank you for joining me, Stigmatic. Thank you for saying dope jacket. Yeah, it is. The Wicked of Oz jacket is an FX crew for a company I worked for a little bit when I was in the film industry. And you're showing as my number one fan tonight. So thank you and welcome. Welcome, Stigmatic. I follow Stigmatic on Instagram. She's a cool chick. Really appreciate her. Thank you very much for showing us all your stuff and keep collecting. And thanks you for being here. Okay, so what we're going to do first is we're going to try to speed through things a little bit more tonight, just because of how late it is. We don't want to keep everyone up too late. I started late, and I do not want that to overflow into everyone having to sit up till 4 a.m. I don't think it's possible. So we're going to try and speed through it. Now, just to let you know, here on this TV screen in the background, there's a movie playing. I want you to guess what movie it is. I know, it's hard. It's not easy. I'm not trying to make it easy. What movie is it? Every week that I'm here, I'm playing a movie. This is an old movie. I'll give you a hint. It's a Bela Lugosi movie. I never give you hints. It's a Bela Lugosi movie. That should narrow it down. So leave a comment if you've guessed it. I will try to remember to tell you at the end of the episode. I never do, but I'll try to remember. It's a Bela Lugosi movie. If you can guess it, you'll get a slow clap, an 80s slow clap. Might even get faster and faster and faster as I go. And you might even get a high five to the camera, to Roddy. Roddy will transmit that across to you and you'll feel a nice crisp slap on the hand over on your side of the screen. All right, so first and foremost, before we do anything else, we tend to start after the initial rambling, which I'm trying to keep down. We're going to start with our normal thing. I want to make sure that you can hear me. Can you all hear me? Can you all... Okay, that's enough out of you. I'm sure you can hear me. Stigmatic, I'm sure that she would have told me if she couldn't hear me. And I'm hoping that Mr. Mark McBride's awake still. He may be listening or he may be asleep. He's recovered from being sick. I actually also am recovering from being sick for the second time in 2 months. Randomly got sick again and had to take like 2 days off plus 2 half days off. Yeah, not fun. So really I shouldn't be drinking beer, but I'm feeling okay. My last couple of coughing days were the last few days, so I'm feeling pretty good today. So I think it's probably about time that we have some beer. Welcome to beer. My microphone's probably going to cut that out. We're going to have a small one tonight. It's a little bit more, thank you, Stigmatic. Yes, I'm glad you can hear me. I'm glad. I don't want to bring up that dastardly magician who's not really a magician to ask you if you can hear me. We've got a beer tonight, which we're going to have in our Mandalorian. This is the Way glass, which I can't remember if I used it last time, but we're using it tonight. No, I think we used the Hard Rock Cafe one last time. The pint or the almost pint. We're going to use This Is the Way, and we are going to have a Mountain Goat. I think that's the brand's, or The Goat, established in 1997. Thank you, Roddy, for focusing. The Goat or Goat Fancy Pants Amber Ale. Fancy pants. I'm wearing some corduroy pants. So they're my most comfortable pants. I'm going to let you in a little secret. I wear these generally. Look, I used to wear them during the day, and sometimes I wash them and then I keep them and I wear them during the day because they're comfortable. I like being warm. But sometimes, just sometimes, if I tend to sleep in them because they're very comfortable, I will sometimes sleep in them. And if they're still clean, I will get up and I'll just put some shoes on and go off and do my thing. I'm clean. I shower. I'm a clean guy, so please don't judge me. Roddy doesn't judge me. But sometimes I will just leave my pants on because they're so comfortable, and I'll tuck a jacket on and some shoes, and I'll just go out and do my stuff. That's how comfortable these pants are. These are my fancy pants. But we're going to have this Fancy Pants Amber Ale. We're not going to judge it too hard. We're not going to go too hard on that because we don't have time. We don't have time. I've been doing a lot of rambling. ASMR. Ooh. Oh, almost lost control of that one. Almost lost control of that one. I should point this more towards the camera so you can see it. It is looking very amberish. Not a large pour, but it's still quite close to the top of this schooner. Don't like wasting that beer. Come on, come out. They should make the tops of these so that when you tip it, you get everything. Just don't understand. Okay, don't want to waste a drop. Let's give it a snuffleupagus. Mr. Snuffleupagus. Very nice. A little bit too much head on that for me, but I guess I could drink through it. A bit fruity. The goat. Fancy pants. It's fruity. It's got I know it's an amber ale, but it kind of has a little bit of a pale ale smell to it. A little bit piney, but quite fruity. Let's try it. Oh, it's very fruity. Oh, and it's got a bit of a bitter aftertaste too. I'm just going to open up another page here. Let's try, is Beer Advocate going to come up? No. As soon as I type B, I'll get Beer Advocate. We'll be quick. Oh, that is so bright. Yes, Beer Advocate, please. I wish I could find a way. Oh, that's better. Making my screen black background. That would be much better. Search Beer Advocate. Goat. Fancy. Pants. What? Why did it do that? Why did you do that? Okay, we'll try that again. Can I type? Oh, what? Has Beer Advocate decided that they're not going to let me search anymore? I have to log in? That is crazy, man. I have to log in to search for beers. Okay, well, let's, it's not going to log in, beers. Add beer, style. Can I just search? Can I search? No? Beer Advocate has locked me out. Used to be able to just do a search, and now it's telling me I have to join. Okay, so we're not going to do that. I could probably, unless it's thinking too much here, I'm not too sure what's going on. I don't want to waste time on Beer Advocate if Beer Advocate is going to be a pain. Wonder if it's just locking up. No. Won't let me search. That is quite annoying. Can we just do goat fancy pants? Amber ale. Oh, that's just Dan Murphy's. It's any other reviews? These are all just shops. Will it give me the answer? If I just do a search, I just broke the internet. I broke it. I cracked it wide open. I did the Mountain Goat Fancy Pants Amber Ale, and then it came up with Beer Advocate. It came up with a hit on Beer Advocate. I just clicked it and it brought it up. I just broke away. I got in without having to log in. That's fantastic. A pleasant surprise that confirms after a dozen beers or so that Aussie crafters are coming into their own, blah, blah, blah. A decent red. I don't get much malt in the nose. I certainly get the hops in the taste. Also, the bubbles could be too much for a session. While hops and bubbles can bother me, I fortunately started eating an Indian dinner, blah, blah, blah. Okay, I don't care about that. Pours a hazy deep amber, a little bit of head and a bit of lacing. Nose is a little malty with some orange, yeah. It says a bit dull, but I got a lot of fruit out of that one. I was expecting a big hop. Well balanced with some dried fruit, brown sugar and bread. I get that. Quite malty. It is quite malty. It is a bit hoppy. I don't have the lingo of all these people, the beer aficionados. Pours a hazy amber colour with a small off-white head that laces well. Aroma of tropical fruit. That's what I get, tropical fruit. Orange spices, malty, hint of tropical fruit. Not bad. Cool. Most people, I'm not going to read them all. Most people are putting it in the 3.9, 3.76. The main percentage it gives, it averages 3.68, which is a bit disappointing. I would put this more at a 4. And the ABV on it is 5.4, which is a little bit higher than normal anyway. I don't normally want to drink too much high strength beer at night because it makes me sleepy. Let's get this very bright screen out of my face. Have you guessed the movie behind me yet? Have you guessed it? Have you guessed it? Cool. Oh, 3 viewers and 3 live views. Welcome, guys. You don't have to chat, but if you want to join the chat, go ahead. We're going to talk about some movies soon, very soon, because we want to move this along. And I've got some stuff to show you as well. But in the meantime, welcome. My light, I hope it's not too bright. It feels very bright for some reason, but at least I'm clear. Cheers, Stigmatic. Cheers. Not sure if you drink beer or not, but if you do, cheers. It's very nice. It has a very, I don't know, they never mentioned the bitter aftertaste, but there is a bitter aftertaste. Not just a beery aftertaste, but there's a bitter aftertaste in my mouth. Immediately upon swallowing the beer, I get a bitter aftertaste. Not in a bad way. It's not terrible. It's just there. But it is very tropically, very hoppy, and it has a malty. I guess I do get the malty, but I don't have the nose or the throat for the maltiness of it. So I can taste it, but other people probably pick it up better than me. Very good. Let's put it down somewhere safe. Nowhere safe in here at the moment. I've been rearranging things. Did anyone get to watch the pre-video, my vlog loading video? If you are going to watch it on replay and you haven't seen it, please watch it. I shot a whole video just for the vlog loading screen. It's like it was just me fixing some new shelves, making room for new shelves. Because this shelf here, it's like one of those slimline media shelves, but it was a cheap one from eBay. And what they did was they put all of the holes for the shelves in the shelves, but they only did them in sets of 3 or 4. So I couldn't set them up for Blu-ray. I could only set them up for CDs and DVDs. Stupid. Absolutely stupid. They should have had holes all the way from top to bottom so I could shift the shelves to anywhere I wanted. So I had to pull things out and just randomly drill holes to make the shelves make Blu-ray space. And because it's already in my room and my room is crammed. Yeah, it was a bit of a nightmare, but that was my vlog loading screen. You got to see my butt for most of it, and handling the drills and walking around and stuff and finding the little shelf pieces. But at least it was kind of amusing, and there was some background music. And a timer, which I had to learn how to do. All right, so let's move on to, oh gosh, I just want to show you my fireplace. That's not what is playing at the moment. Rebels is playing on the TV, though we're not watching it. We're focusing on you. You, the viewer. You, the viewer, we love you. We love you. Not in a creepy way. We just love you. But that's my fireplace on my CRT TV. It is actually my oil heater that is heating up this room. It's a very good oil heater for this room because it's a 3x3 room. Well, it's meant to be without all this stuff in it. But it makes me feel like I get the crackling fire. I love fire, so I want a fireplace in the house one day. But that's my fireplace. Can I go back to Roddy Cam without getting lost in my OBS screen? There we go. So, we're going to move on to, I'm not going to play the vlog loading screen. Oh, I could show you a little bit of it. Can I show you a little bit of it? This is the beginning. This is the beginning. You ready? This is the beginning. That's all you get. That's all you get. You can rewatch it yourself. You can rewatch it from the beginning as replay crew. Okay, we are going to speed things along. We're not going to do news tonight because I'm really not prepped for news. I've got a lot to talk about. I've got a lot of opinions, but like I said, the last couple of weeks have just been way too hectic with being sick and kids' birthdays coming up and all that stuff, and work and the lack of work. So no news. We're not doing news tonight. I really just cannot be bothered trying to make it happen. What we are going to do is if I can find the bloody thing, we are going to do physical media.
Let's get physical media. I want to get physical media. Let me hear your movies talk.
Let me hear your movies talk. All right, so we don't have a whole lot. Like I said, I've been very, very busy. But one thing I can tell you is that I went to a couple of op shops really quickly. I went on my lunch break, which I hate doing because it chews up my lunch break. And the shop that I go to across from where I work, they hardly ever have any new stuff. I don't know if you've ever been in an op shop where you walk in, you're like, yep, same stuff as there was on the shelf last time. And you know they get new stuff. I mean, this store, the lady there, the older lady there, she's a funny old bird. She's kind to me. She's come up to me and said, I've just got two bagfuls of Blu-rays like I've done on the previous video. Do you want to come and look through them and buy them? But that doesn't happen all the time. And the rest of the time I go through and I go, yep, seen all of this stuff before. So I waste a lot of time just going there. But yeah, I picked up a couple of things just so I could show you as well, and things I was interested in. Let's put these to the side so I don't talk about those immediately. So, and then I picked up some stuff today. I ran in with my kids. They were doing something for the birthday related things, and we ducked into Salvos, I think it was. And I picked up 4 movies from Vinny's during the week and 4 movies from Salvos today. So we'll start with the ones I got first during the week. It's those 4. And then we'll move on to today's finds. And we'll keep it short and sweet because I don't have like a massive ton of them here. Now, the first one that I've found, should I put them down? Oh, I've got room up here. I'll put them here for the moment. First one I found, I've never heard of before. It sounded really interesting though. It's an old movie and it's under what's called the Warner Brothers Archive Collection. Please tell me if you've heard of this movie before. It's a airplane thriller mystery kind of, I don't know, big epic, what would you call it? Character story, maybe? Multiple character stories. It's called The Crowded Sky. Have you heard of this? Will Roddy even focus enough to be able to give you guys a decent view? There you go. 2 hands always works better than one. The Crowded Sky. I mean, I don't know what this image down here is meant to represent. Come on, Sir Roderick. Somebody in Man on the Beach. I don't know, but apparently this is like an epic kind of. So the most fascinating people the gods of chance ever swept up into high adventure. So the story behind this is a plane flies up into the sky with a bunch of passengers on board, and unbeknownst to them, a jet pilot is flying towards them who's lost contact with his radio. He doesn't know that. So, and his radar or something. And they're set to crash in the sky. In the meantime, before this even happens, all these people in the movie have got shit going on. One's cheating on his wife, the other one's got like family problems, one's got some thriller mystery thing happening. So this is like a huge kind of character study prior to the crash. And I don't really know if they do crash. It doesn't tell you, thankfully, but it's a character piece. High-flying thrills for fans of airport and the high and the mighty. I won't read you the back. It just seemed really interesting. And look at all these great images. Dana Andrews, Rhonda Fleming, Ephraim Zimbalist Jr., John Kerr, Anne Francis, Keenan Wynn, and Troy Donahue. Anyone heard of The Crowded Sky? It was a buck, I think. Yeah, it was a buck. Just thought it was cool. Never heard of it. You know, like I'm 51 years of age. I've heard of a lot of movies. I've watched a lot of movies. Like I've watched so many movies, I forget what the movies are about. I mean, a lot of movies I've seen once, and I saw them when I was in my 20s, and, you know, I own them, but I haven't rewatched them. But this looks really cool. Looks really cool. It might be, how many minutes does it go for? Does it even tell me? This is a weird 105 minutes. So it goes for 1 hour and 45 minutes. And it doesn't tell me which region it's in. It says not rated. But it is legitimate, though. It's got, like, all of these Warner Brothers things on the back. Anyway, yeah, Crowded Sky. Look it up. Looks very interesting. That's the first one. Put them there. Next one, I picked up thinking it was a movie that I thought it was, and it wasn't the movie I thought it was. It was only $1 though, and I think I'll still keep it and watch it, but I don't know if I'll keep it forever. If I like it, if it's a musical. Let's put it that way. It's a musical. I didn't know it was a musical. I thought it was an older version of Camelot that in my head I thought I knew which movie it was. It's not that movie. Camelot. Look, I love musicals. I do, and more probably the big kid in me, the kid that remembers musicals, wanted this and liked this. But when I read the back, I was like, oh, this one's the musical. And I remember which one it was after I brought it home. $1 though, so you can't really go wrong. I'll keep it. My kids like musicals. I got a kid who's doing stage production stuff. She might like it too, or she might not. She might find it boring. But look, the armor looks pretty cool. And I don't know. I just hope it's not too musical. I hope it's not singing the whole way through because I'm not 100% there. Disc is clean though, and it was $1, and there's some good actors in it. Who was it? And it won 3 Academy Awards. If you can trust the Academy Awards, which I don't, it won 3 of them. It's got, who are the actors? It has Richard Harris, Vanessa Redgrave, Franco Nero, David Hemmings, Lionel Jeffries, Lawrence Naismith. All big names. We'll see. We'll see if I watch it. Don't know. Put that to the side. It was only $1 though. You can't go wrong. I'd heard of this one, and I know the actors, both actors in it. Greta Scacchi. Oh my God, her name's hard to say. Greta Scacchi, I think her name is, and Daniel Craig when he was very, very young. In the heat of passion, someone always gets burned. I vaguely remember this. This is set in Ireland. It's called Love and Rage. Literally the only reason I bought this was, or the 3 reasons I bought this were Greta Scacchi, Daniel Craig, and Ireland. Period Ireland, I think. 19th century Ireland, a confident English aristocrat, Greta Scacchi, meets the younger, strong-willed James Lynchahorn. If someone Irish was here, like Mark McBride, if he was here, he could tell me how to say this name. Lynchahorn, Lynchehaun. Lynchahorn. What's his name? James Lynchahorn. Lynchahorn. No, that's more hurdy-dirty. No, that's nothing like that at all. Anyway, it's a love movie, but I'm going to put it probably more in the emotional damage. It's going to be in the more like emotional thriller, maybe. Love and Rage. Look at the lettering though. That's what tipped me over the edge. And Greta Scacchi, she's beautiful and talented. And in a period piece, why not? Why not? There you go, for $1. And I didn't check the disc, but I'm pretty sure. Look, it's all like the same thing on the outside as on the inside. Oh, smudgy, but very, very clean. Someone's had their paw prints all over it. Yeah, can you say the name? Stigmatic? Can you say the name? Here, I'll put it on the screen. You can tell me if you can say it. You don't have to say it in the chat because you'll just be spelling the same name. Come on, Roddy. So Roderick, can you see the name there? There. James. It's like leprechaun. Lynchahorn. My family is where the leprechauns came from. They got the name mixed up with leprechaun, but it's Lynchahorn. Yeah. Beautiful Greta Scacchi. She's gorgeous. All right. It's okay to have crushes on actors. It's okay. And this one was one, I initially saw the spine. I was thinking, oh, that Australian movie. It wasn't that Australian movie. And it's very clean. It's an old noir. And do you know what? When I pulled it out, I went, oh, it's not that Australian movie. I went, oh, but this looks cool. It's got Robert Mitchum, who is cool. He was the bad guy in oh my God, why can I not remember the name of that movie? In oh, come on, Cape Fear. Yes, Cape Fear. The original Cape Fear. He was the bad guy, the slimy, horrible, dastardly prisoner comes back for revenge. He played him in Cape Fear, the original Cape Fear. Jane Greer and William Bendix, who I don't know. I don't know William Bendix. But The Big Steal. So when I saw the spine, I saw The Big Steal. The Big Steal. And I thought of that Australian movie with the car and Mendelsohn. Was it Ben Mendelsohn? And some other Australian actress. I can't remember her name, or actor. So I call them actress or actor. They get both names. Men just get actor. That's yeah. I can't remember her name. Who's in it? Was it oh, come on. She was in Secret Life of Us. I might be getting that mixed up. My brain's saying Claire Danes, but that's not correct. Yeah, you know who I'm talking about. You know who I'm talking about. I'm not going to say it. This is a Region 2. Not a Region 4, but I've got a multi-region DVD player. I think everybody does. It looks good. It's a noir. Noir classic from Dirty Harry director Don Siegel. Yeah, I'm not going to read the back. It looks cool. I've been collecting quite a few noirs, and I'm really into it. I like it. I gotta put away some of my older movies. I'm watching just the same actor in different movies. I gotta watch some different movies now. I think this is a European one because no, it can't be because it would be Region 4, wouldn't it? But it's got these symbols here in a different way. I don't know. Region 2, where would that be? Would that be Africa? I can't remember now. Anyway, Region 2. It looks cool though. It's got a great cover. I like that cover. That was a good find. So there were the first 4. They were found at Vinnie's. The next 4 I found today. First one I'll show is this one because I don't think I bought it. It's taped up. God damn it. It's $2 though. The guy at the counter helped me out. He reduced some of the prices on things because I was buying things for my kids as well, or things they wanted. My younger daughter, she loves Kiss, and she found a oh God, what's his name? Always escape me. Long tongue guy. We're going to call him long tongue guy. Gene Simmons. Far out. UK. It's UK, is it? So the thing is with DVD, UK, like they're all different. So I think Region 4 is Asia Pacific. It's not like Blu-ray where Region B is the UK, Europe, and Australia. DVD was Asia Pacific, so it would be Australia, New Zealand, and some Pacific Islands. And you're right, Stigmatic. I think the UK would be Region 2. So it would have been Region 2 would have been Europe, England, North Africa, maybe Finland, and a few other places like that. But yeah, good call. Good call. Yeah, you're right. I'm getting mixed up with Blu-rays because they changed the way they did the region coding. All right, let's open it. Look at. Oh, it's double taped. It's double taped. I peeled the tape off and it was double taped. I just want to look at the disc. Sorry, I know I'm meant to be going faster. This is anamorphic widescreen, which is not my favorite. They're stretching it. This double tape thing is ridiculous. Bring out the double tape, Vera. I think we've got some thieves in the place. We just want good movies. Look, I appreciate if you're taping them up to keep the good, clean discs clean, but I've opened sticky tape before and found scratch discs, so you tell me how that works. Very clean. I mean, I wish Roddy could really show you. He might be able to. He might be able to. Focus. Focus, Roddy. Focus. Yeah, you get the idea. There you go. Very clean. Very clean. You can be smudgy and still be clean. The smudges wipe off as long as it's clean. This one is Slackers. This is like the modern age. Yeah, like, was this done in, what year was this done in? I think it's 90s, or at least early 2000s, but I think late 90s. Oh, no, I was right and wrong at the same time, 2001. So slightly beyond the late 90s. Yeah, so a modern slacker movie. I hope that's legit. It looks legit. It's got a lot of sticky tape. Random places. Why is the sticky tape there? I picked it up. It was $2. I only picked up 4 movies. I'm being very careful to just... I'm running out of space here. I'm being careful not to just buy everything that piques my interest because I just don't have the space for it. I want to buy the things that interest me. So I turn away a lot of movies at the moment. Yeah, Slackers. It's a modern high school, you know, like in the vein of the 70s and 80s and 90s slacker movies. I picked it up. It is anamorphic widescreen though, which is disappointing. Okay, we're down to 3 more. I picked this one up because when I picked it up, I was like, what the hell is this? Got lots of writing all over the front. It's 4 movies. I actually didn't even check any of them to make sure they're clean, but they look like they could be clean. Yeah, smudgy, but clean. That one looks clean as well. Press the button. I'm really scared of breaking discs. Take that, please don't break. Very clean, slight smudges. I'll just tell you what it is. I don't know if this was meant to come with a slipcase. It feels like this was meant to be part of a box set with all of the related collection in it, but I looked it up online. I couldn't find a single collection complete. So I think these are sold maybe with a slip sleeve. I think this must have come in a slip sleeve. That's probably what it was. But this is the Ealing Studios, Definitive Ealing Studios collection with 4 movies, Volume 3. It's got The Lady Killers, The Man in the White Suit, The Magnet, and Scott of the Antarctic. So I don't know much about Ealing Studios, but some of these names do ring a bell. So The Lady Killers, everyone knows. It was $3 for this, by the way. I've never seen The Man in the White Suit. I've never seen The Magnet, and I think I've heard of Scott of the Antarctic, but never seen it. But the one I have heard of course, is The Lady Killers. So it's got Alec Guinness in it and some other people, which I can't remember. Is the name on here somewhere? Alec Guinness, Joan Greenwood, Cecil Parker, Herbert Lom, and Peter Sellers as well. So yeah, I like cinema studio collections. Cinema studio collections doesn't make any sense to anyone, but you know what I mean. I like collections that are cinematic. And now this obviously it's numbered. Roddy doesn't like looking at the spines. It's numbered. It's got number 3 at the top. But I really wanted to see if this came in a giant case where they're all lined up next to each other, but it doesn't appear to be the case. I think this came out of a slip, and then you have to just collect them all one by one. So I don't really know much about Ealing Studios on an individual level, and I'm going to assume that they did a lot of different stuff, because from the eBay search I did, there was like a lot of comedies, there's some thrillers, kind of like light horror. They're just a studio. I should have looked them up. I should have done the research, but once again, too late in the night to have started like that. And that tells you all about the movies at the front, which is kind of cool too. Yeah, but that was good find for $3. I'm happy to have some of the older movies. I like the idea of having a collection of kind of classics. Once again, there's so many movies in the world that I do see a lot of classic movies out there. But I just don't want them all. Like, I used to watch a lot of Doris Day movies when I was younger. Doris Day and Bob Hope, and I'm still a fan of Jerry Lewis. I'm never going to deny that, but I don't want to own everything. I mean, I do, but I don't want to own them when I don't have the room to put them. I'm already tripling up my shelves back there, and it's going to overflow at some point. So once I fix up the rest of this Blu-ray shelf, so it's only Blu-rays, I'm so excited about it. Having more, because I own like almost double than I used to own, which is awesome. But yeah, just got to be careful with what I buy. So that's a cool one though, because it's from a proper studio, and the movies look like they're good. Old school, man. I'll do this one, and I'll do the real interesting find at the end. I bought the season 2 of this a while back from Savers for way too much. They charge like $6 for a TV series. Sorry, I'm just pulling the tape if you can hear that ASMR. They charge like $6 for a series. Savers are not my favorite place for pricing, and I know you're going to think that I'm being stingy and that it's more expensive to buy it new. This is the case, but you're not always guaranteed of a good case, clean covers, or clean discs when you go to Savers. Though they have a reasonable record for the most part, like most op shops tend to do these days. A lot better than they used to be. But yeah, I bought season 2 of this show. If I could just get this last bit of sticky tape off, it's driving me crazy. Come on. Appeal. This is very appealing. Mr. Mark McBride said to me in a private conversation, he goes, "You're so punny. You do a lot of puns in real life, but you don't do it on your show." I'm like, that's true. I should be a bit more punny. So I'll try to be more punny. There you go. Last bit of sticky tape. Bewitched. I bought season 2 last time from Savers. I was showing my younger daughter. My elder daughter was not interested, but my younger daughter liked it. I used to love Bewitched. It was one of the shows I used to watch a lot. It was like on after school. maybe in the evening. I'm not too sure. And I loved it. This is in color, just like the season 2 I've got, but it's season 1. Complete first season. So I'm stoked. And I only got it for $3. No, $2. $2, man, for a full season. Come on, ready. Sir Roderick. $2. 2 Buckaroo Bonsais. Oh, this is taped multiple times. I just want to check the discs. Oh, 3 times I've taped it. You get to be with me in real time while I peel the tape off this so I can check it. Yeah, so happy to have Bewitched. Love Bewitched. Anybody else a fan of Bewitched, or even if you went around during that time, because I am 51, I'm older than some people. I'm probably younger than some people too, which I keep getting from other people. Oh, you're young. I'm not young, thank you. I've worked all my life to be this old. And I've still got older people than me telling me I'm young. So disappointing. I would say that facetiously because obviously nobody wants to be older. But it is kind of like sticks in my craw a little bit when somebody older than me tells me I'm actually not old. Wait till you're 60. Well, I don't want to be 60. I'm just saying I'm old. Let me say I'm old. If that's open. That's open, isn't it? Alright, just let me check the discs. That's all I want to do. 2 discs. Light scratching, but mostly clean. And this is what happens when you tape the things up and you don't know. Very clean on the second disc. Yeah, cool. Very cool. There are some, questionable morality bits in these. Like I remember one of the episodes I was watching with my younger daughter. The mother, the mother witch, mother came on and she said something and it pissed him off, the husband off, and he was like, one day I'm going to punch her in the face, pretty much, in his own words. And she was just laughing it off like, oh, honey, just ignore her. Like, wow. And I said to my daughter, I'm like, that was kind of humorous to people back then. You're a fan of Bewitched. Of course you are. I know you are. You'd have to be. You have fine taste. Stigmatic. You have very fine taste in movies. And you have quite a lot now, I've noticed. Are you running out of space yet or what? Because you have a lot of movies. You'd be nearly rivaling me. I'm thinking I'm at about 2,500. I don't know what you're at. I haven't done a proper count, by the way. I've just done it by the numbers. I know what fits in each shelf. I roughly count. It'd be a little bit more or a little bit less than the count that I gave. So it would be like at least 2,000, if not a little bit more. But I know you're a fan of Bewitched. Bewitched is great. I got to find time to just watch episodes of these because I love these old movies and old TV shows. Yeah, Bewitched, season 1. Oh, no. Wait a second. Well, there you go. Look at that. Didn't notice it before. It's season 1, but it's episodes 19 to 36. So I'm missing. I got to get the first one now. I thought it was the complete season. My season 2 is a complete season. It's got all of them. That's why it's 4 discs. There you go. So now I got to find episode 1 to episode 18. That's all right. That's okay. That's okay. All right. I'm not going to cry myself to sleep or cry in the shower. The last movie I found I'm really stoked about because it's a Australian cult Ozploitation film. It's a horror thriller. Oh, come on, sticky tape. Tell you what, Salvos, stop taping your movies. You're ruining it for everyone. Come on, up you go. There we go. That was easier than most. Yeah, it's an Ozploitation thriller, horror, slasher even. One that I've been looking for, but I didn't want to pay the prices that I'm seeing on eBay. I paid $2 for it. It is worth way more than that. And I think this is an early Umbrella release. Oh, gosh, these stickers. All right, I'll just show it to you. The cover is pretty good. And it's got Jamie Lee Curtis in it when she was young. That's Road Games. Anyone see Road Games? It is a slasher. It is a slasher of sort. I think it is definitely a slasher, but it's an Ozploitation version of a slasher. A truck driver he's like on these long drives, he plays games to keep himself amused while he's driving long distance. And then there's this person that's killing girls. like driving long distance and he's killing girls. And then the truck driver starts noticing the killer's car or like something to do with he finds the victims or whatever. I haven't seen this, by the way. And then he goes on his truck drive becomes like a road game of like finding the killer and finding the bodies and trying to stop him from doing more. But this is a cult classic Ozploitation film. You know, we don't like things happening to girls. Not much space left. Trying to make it work. My recommendation to you, Stigmatic, and if you ever want photos of how I did it, and I'm not assuming that you haven't figured this out for yourself either, is that you double stack. So if you've got room in your shelves above your DVDs, you've got like that empty space, is you build little stands. I'll send you photos if you want to show you how I did it. You build stands that are able to bring it up to the height of the roof of your shelf, and then you forward stack the ones in front of those stands, and then you double stack behind, so that the ones, they will have to sit sort of probably in front of them, but you can tilt one forward and drag one out. If you're interested, I'll show you how I did it in my IKEA shelves because I doubled my space. But yeah, you have to get inventive. I'm about to get super crazy with a shelf I've got a space I've got down here again, because I need even like horizontal, vertical, any kind of space I can use. I've got to start building stuff for it. Road Games is awesome. Oh, that's good. That's good. I've heard it's really good. Oh, it's triple stuck. I'm not opening this up. Oh, am I? Wasting so much time just peeling this ridiculous sticky tape off. I really want to make sure this disc is good because this was a gotta find this one. But I sometimes with eBay, I'm like, I just don't want to pay $35 for a DVD plus. Even if I want them, because I have a list of things I want, and sometimes I'll sit and think, oh, I want it, but it's not high enough on my list for me to be paying $30 to $40 for it. And Road Games is great, and I love Umbrella. We're a huge supporter of Umbrella Entertainment here. Oh, please open, please, please, please. Huge supporter of Umbrella Entertainment here, but yeah, if it's not closer to the top of my list and it's too pricey, I've got other things I want to spend that kind of money on. But so stoked to find this movie. Please let me just look at it. There we go. I'm doing that thing where I'm trying to get the sticker tape off me and it's just sticking to the other fingers. Please be legitimate. It looks legitimate. Yeah. This is old school Umbrella Entertainment. Oh, so clean. I mean, a couple of little scratches in places, but mostly clean. Yeah, so this is old school Umbrella. You can see the old school Umbrella logo right there. Roddy will focus if I force him to. I think it's like a clothesline with the umbrella hanging off of it. We've got a lot of old school Umbrella Entertainment stuff. They've got new logos now. I prefer this on Blu-ray now, but I don't have it on Blu-ray, so I'm happy to have it on DVD. And this was a super, super find. It's a widescreen collection, so it is widescreen. All of theirs are original, because that's the way they do things. It is in proper 16:9. So it's not in anamorphic, or it's not in stretched out. Road Games. Really, 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 really stoked to find this. This was like yes, finally I found something good that I want. Take it off the list. All right, so that's all of my movies that I found at the moment. I'm going to explain to you just a couple of movies I watched. Now, you might have seen them on my Instagram if you follow me on Instagram. Please follow me on Instagram. I watched Hercules with Dwayne Johnson, or The Rock, recently. I didn't buy this one recently. I just watched it on Blu-ray. It is in 3D. I watched it standard. Come on, Roddy. I watched it standard. It was fun. I can be very judgmental about things if I think that it warrants me being judgmental. But for a straight-up action movie or something I think doesn't require too much depth, I thought this was fun. There's a few things I, had some issues with it, but 90% of the movie I just thought was a fun movie. Very cookie cutter in terms of being the movie that it is. But yeah, good movie, worth the watch. Was fun. very dated CGI kind of animation stuff in it, and the animation at the beginning and the end is a bit dated as well. But this is 3D Blu-ray and Blu-ray bonus disc. So that was a good one. I enjoyed watching that. I'll put that straight back in the shelf wherever I got it from. Is it there? I finally got around to watching Dune Part 2, which I saw Dune Part 1 at the cinema with my friends. I did go with Mark and one of my other buds. Long time ago, and we all were meant to go to part 2 together, and we planned it, but we didn't really get around to matching our times up, and then I think other people just went and saw it. But I bought this when I got a chance to buy it and finally got around to watching it. I thought this was an awesome movie, except for the fact that there were two things in it that bothered me. Two things that kind of didn't ruin the movie for me, but just changed how I looked at it. One, when Paul Atreides took the water of life, nothing happened to him. I mean, like, obviously stuff happened to him, but you didn't see it. You didn't see it. Am I spoiling? I'm going to say spoilers. Nothing happened. You didn't see him, because it's meant to be fatal to men, but you didn't get that impression at all. He was very calm. And just, yeah, I didn't believe it. And the last thing I didn't like about it was, and this is heavy spoilers, please just skip forward if you don't hear it, is that when he at the end fights the other Harkonnen, and he wins, and he says to the Emperor he's going to he's not going to be Emperor anymore. Paul Atreides will be Emperor, and he's going to take his daughter to wife. That's all he said. After telling Chani how much he loved her, he just looked at her and then turned around and said, I'm going to take your daughter as my wife. He didn't say what I would have thought he should have said, which is, I'm going to take you as my wife in name only, and I'm going to continue my relationship with the person I love. No, he didn't do that. He just said, I'm going to take you as my wife. I'm the Emperor. You will all bow to me. And then Chani left, and that was the end of that for me. And that was very disappointing. Very disappointing, and it changed the ending for me. Changed the ending for me a lot. In terms of the whole movie as a whole, though, if you take those two things out, fantastic. Beautiful, cinematically, it's not a real word, cinematically brilliant. Engaging. Some of those fight scenes were just incredible. Vast vistas, just very stunning. I think I need a better, newer TV, because my TV says it's HD and it plays like it is at times, but I feel like it's not playing at full HD. I need to get a full HD TV. So there was, Dune Part 2. That was fun to watch, finally get around to it. And the sound in it seemed okay. I watched Dune 1 at the cinema, and if you watched Dune 1 at the cinema, you'll know that the soundscape sounds were so loud they drowned out the vocals, like the dialogue. I don't know if that happened in the second movie, because I played it on my TV, and my TV has its own speakers. I don't have surround sound. I just finished watching The Rings of Power Part 2. You may have many opinions on that. That's okay. Bring it on. Put it in the chat, or put it in the comment section if you're replay crew. I know I'm a Lord of the Rings fan. I'm 51. I've been reading Lord of the Rings since I was very young. I love the world. I dove deep into the world. There are a lot of people who are butthurt about these. I knew immediately when Amazon was taking this over, this was not going to be anything like the real thing. The history of J.R.R. Tolkien's world was not going to be in depth. But yet everybody's up in arms about how everything's wrong, it's not right. You're missing the point here. You should immediately know that the Rings of Power being run by Amazon means you are not going to get what you want. Peter Jackson's movies are brilliant, but they are not the books. The Hobbit, I still thought was brilliant. Of course, there are things in there that weren't meant to happen. But he had to try to fix a movie that was given to somebody else. Guillermo del Toro was meant to do it, and he had to fix it coming in last minute, and he needed to fill it out. I mean, I would have still made it. If I'd made it, I would have made it 2 movies. But they needed to make 3, I guess, contractually. But yeah, so he still changed everything. The Rings of Power is huge. It's epic. It's like covers Numenor. It covers, I mean, it doesn't really give you a glimpse into the gods so much, but it covers a lot of lore. And it touches on things that are true, that are written, and it makes up a bunch of stuff as well. And I hear people whinging about the costumes not looking good, and how Galadriel is just stony faced, can't act, actress can't act. All of the laws back to front, the story's not work, doesn't work. I just think you're missing the point here. Like, if you don't like it, I respect that you don't like it. But the videos I watched, like part one, why this fails Tolkien, and it goes for 2.5 hours. Part two goes for 2.5 hours. I've watched them. I've watched those review videos. You are digging too deep over something that was never going to be. That's my opinion. Have opinions. Have opinions, of course. It's your world, your life. But I loved the experience. I had issues with it. Of course I did. I had huge issues with it. Season one and season two. But what I loved about these was I don't know if you can as people, but I can shut off the pragmatic part of my brain. I can say, of course this isn't proper Tolkien. This is the days of our lives of Tolkien. But it was still beautiful. It was still beautiful. And you can bag out the costumes and the plastic armor, which didn't look plastic to me, and how Gandalf's story was the wrong time and the wrong place, and they had to chuck hobbits in, and who cares? I don't care, because I already knew it wasn't going to be what I wanted. What I wanted, though, was a bit of a spectacle. I wanted to live in that world, and I've said this before about Star Wars. I have some very strong opinions about certain Star Wars things that Kathleen Kennedy and Disney have done with Star Wars, and I have certain opinions about, and the ones that I really hate, I just won't watch. It's just like, nah, that is terrible. I'll have an opinion on it, might even do a video on it, move on. And then the ones I love might not be right, but I'll love them because I want to live in the world, as long as they meet at least the basic, rules of being George Lucas Star Wars. Once you start branching out and being crazy and doing your own thing, you're changing the law. With Rings of Power, you're never going to get Tolkien. You're just not. If you think that you're going to get Tolkien in a TV series, it doesn't matter who makes it. Maybe Peter Jackson can make a good TV series, but that would be like billions of dollars and years of making. And who's to say it would be good anyway? But what I love is the spectacle. I like enjoying it. I'll stop talking about it. The last one I watched Ender's Game, based on an Orson Scott Card book, which I haven't read, by the way. Yeah, it was a cool movie. Harrison Ford. I don't remember that actor's name. Ben Kingsley. Sorry, don't know why I forget his name. I don't see him in enough things. Ender's Game. It was good. I wouldn't say it was great. I felt like it was very internal. Like there was a lot of things, the practicing on the ship, on the space station. That was a ship, wasn't it? Practicing and practicing. It's very internal. Sorry. I need to drink some more of this beer. It's very internal. It was very much about what Ender was going through. And I guess in some ways it was very novelized. So it felt like I was watching a novel. And I guess that's probably a good thing, because maybe that's how the novel is. Maybe I'll read it one day, but I probably won't. Very teen, very novel. A little bit blunt and to the point. It didn't really outstay its welcome. It's $4 though, it's a bit expensive. But I didn't love it. I enjoyed it. I was interested in watching it. I was glad to finish watching it. But I didn't love it. I just thought it was good. It was passable. Like, I enjoyed watching it. I didn't really have strong feelings about it. I just kind of felt like, oh, it's probably exactly like the novel, because it's very wordy and a lot of dialogue and a lot of internal, people that internally consume themselves throughout the movie about how they act and what they do and who they speak to and who survives and all that stuff. I don't know where this movie lives either. I'll have to find a place to slot that in. Where did I put that movie? All right, I'll just slot it in up here. We'll figure it out later. But Ender's Game was good. All right, let's do a health check on the channel. We're down to 2 live viewers and we've had 4 views. Thank you very much for being a part of this, and 1 like. Thank you. All right, so we're going to move on to... Do I have toys and stuff? I don't think I have time for toys and stuff tonight because it's like nearly 4 o'clock. Let's do mail because I only have 1 mail. 1 mail. I am 1 mail. It's a very nice beer. That bitterness is actually, it's working for me. It's working for me. All right, I've got 1 mail. 1 mail for 1 mail. Here. I have stuff ordered that's coming in. I'm trying to get more Blu-rays. I probably had this conversation with you before that I have always been, DVD's fine. And it is. DVD is fine. There is nothing wrong with DVDs unless you're the kind of person that just goes, I cannot watch DVD anymore. It is just not good enough for me. It's just bad quality. I don't get it. I don't see that. I see that, yeah, if you have a Blu-ray player, it will upscale it as best as it can. If you're collecting movies that are filmed or, transposed in a bad quality, then that's what you're going to see. If you are buying DVDs that are a good quality, that are widescreen, that have been done off good prints, you're going to get reasonably good quality, especially upscaled on Blu-ray, on a Blu-ray player. But I'm trying to update my Blu-ray collection because I really feel like I was buying them where I could, when I could afford to. Obviously, when I was in the film industry, I could afford it, so I was buying chunks, but I was spending a lot more on DVDs because the titles for DVDs were more available. I could get a lot more of what I wanted to watch on DVD because it was just all out there. And now that's kind of not come full circle, but there's a lot more things on Blu-ray, and I can buy it because it's region B. I can buy from UK, I can buy from France, I can buy from different parts of Europe, North Africa, even if I wanted to. So I'm trying to get more. I'm trying to like bulk up on Blu-rays, and I'm starting to succeed. So this media shelf will eventually fill up, which is what I want. I want this to be all Blu-ray, just here. The rest can be DVD. But, so I bought this. I bought this from the UK. It's from somewhere that I bought other things from. I haven't opened it yet, by the way. Normally I do check they're in there, but it was only a couple of days ago, so I just thought I'd leave it. I didn't make that tear. That tear was... I just saw that now. Something I've been wanting for a while, but I've kind of been putting it off. So let's just not mess around anymore. Let's tear this thing open. Happy to have it. I haven't seen it for years, actually. I hope it's not a bootleg. I don't think it is. It's in one of those clear Blu-ray cases that isn't blue. It's clear instead of being blue. Let's throw this. Is there anything else in there? Shouldn't be. Oh, just a delivery slip. Cool. It's from Rare Waves. Rare Waves. I always call them Rare Wares, but they're Rare Waves on eBay. They're pretty good. If you want to use Rare Waves on eBay, check them out. I picked this because I like the color. The color of the cover, I should say. I've seen this out recently. I saw this movie was re-released recently on Blu-ray at JB Hi-Fi for $17, and I almost bought it. I'm like, I want this cover. So I held back, and I think I paid $20 for this, and that was $17. So, weird science. But look at that cover. How cool is that cover? John Hughes film. You know what I didn't do? You know what I didn't do? Sorry, that was meant to happen before I did mail. Dearie me. Yeah, weird science. Got it from the UK from Rare Waves. I buy a few things every once in a while from Rare Waves. They don't have tons of stuff, but they have some kind of eclectic things. And I like this cover. You can see by the 12 here, that's a UK or a European thing. This is Arrow Video. This is why Arrow Video has this case. So this is legit. I just remember this case as being an Arrow Video one. Really cool cover. Doesn't have any images on the back, just a lot of text. Is it in English? Yeah, it's in English. So, and I don't think it comes with a booklet. It's not heavy. I'm not going to open it up right now. I'm not going to check the disc. There's no point into it. But I picked this one up, so I was really happy with it. Weird Science. Love that track. Oingo Boingo did that track. Great movie, fun movie. It's got some interesting. Who is it? It's Kelly LeBrock, gorgeous Kelly LeBrock. Then we've got Elon Mitchell Smith and Anthony Michael Hall, who you would know. I think Anthony Michael Hall was in The Breakfast Club, wasn't he? Breakfast Club? Wasn't he the geeky guy, the straight A student? Anyway, that was my mail. Sorry, it's just one thing. Weird Science. Fantastic. Arrow Video. There's the big A for Arrow Video. Happy to have this one. It's going to check it off my list. And on Blu-ray too. Region B. Yep, Region B. Runtime 94 minutes. Weird Science. Fantastic, guys. All right, let's move on to something else. I don't have any space on the shelf for this. Let's just put it sideways and I'll find a place for it later. Where are we at? Where are we at? Now, I wanted to show you, if you haven't seen it before, I thought I put it at the beginning. Nope, that's me and Bruce Campbell. Sorry, hang on. Seriously, it's at the beginning. It has to be. Yeah, this is the bumper for my live review series, which I'll do more of. I just finished it not long ago. Just give it a watch. What do you think? Pretty cool. All right, so what I'm going to do now, because it's very late, I have no idea what time I've been running for. Oh, 3 live viewers. Welcome to the extra person that maybe left, came back, or maybe new person. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome. I'm going to play you. I don't have a bumper for it. I found something today. I told you at the beginning I found something today. I don't always find things. I used to drive through like my local area and I know where things get dumped. You know, you got all those dirty, rotten dumpers that dump crap everywhere, who have no fucking conscience, who don't give a shit about anyone else but themselves. They'll dump it in the kids' play park. Oh, I don't want this stuff in my house anymore. I'm not going to hire a trailer and get my own shit together and dump it at the tip. I'm just going to carry it over at midnight when no one's seeing, no one can watch, and I'm going to dump it behind the trees in the kids' play park, or I'm going to dump it at the shopping centre next to the op shop bins, even though there's half the stuff that's there can't be used by an op shop. Just dump it in front of it, right in front of the cameras. Dirty, rotten dumpers. There's been junk, but there hasn't been anything fun. For the last maybe 5 months, 6 months, I have found nothing good. Like I'll show you one day, 4 seasons of Futurama that were pristine in a box lid in the mud. And this guy was just stepping all over them, looking for something. I don't know who this guy was. I found them. None of them were damaged. The guy was stepping all over this box lid. I don't know why he was doing it. Just walking all over it. I was like, oh, they're going to be wrecked. I pulled these Futuramas out. I'll show you a photo one day. And they were like pristine, clean. I opened them all up. The discs were clean. I got 4 seasons of Futurama for nothing. Because people dump stuff. They dump shit. Dumb shits that dump shit. Yeah, so I haven't seen a lot of anything lately. I'd kind of given up hope. I was like, we're not finding stuff. I mean, I know I'm too busy to do massive hunts for stuff these days, but I used to always see things like put outside of someone's house, you know, because they're trying to clear out their house and they just put it on the nature strip, or they dump it at the park and I have a look and see if it's the park, or up at the shopping centre or at the charity bins. Nothing good. Nothing good. Just bags of clothes, like paper and cardboard and mattresses. Nothing good until today. Today I found in the rain a giant tub with the lid askew, totally askew, letting the rain in. I found stuff. I just lifted the lid and went, yep, that's gone in my car. I know, I figured there's other junk in there I don't want, but I'll figure it out later. So here's the video. Where is it? I've got it here. I've got it under VHS. VHS, there it is. I'm going to play this for you. It's pre-recorded. I'm just letting you know that. It's pre-recorded because I couldn't get Roddy down to the floor tonight in time to be able to shoot a video. So it's pre-recorded on my phone. So have a look at this and let me know what you think. Let me know what you think because some pretty cool stuff in there. Pretty cool stuff. Let's go.
Well, hello, BZ here for a little segment. I promise you a segment. Other guy, me, was talking just before about something I found today. I got to tell you, other guy, me, might have said, it's been a bit slim. Pickings have been a bit slim finding stuff. I mean, yeah, I go op shopping. I find stuff occasionally op shopping. I haven't been doing a whole lot of op shopping. But, you know, when I drive past the op shop bins where people dump stuff all over the ground where they're not meant to, it's illegal, shouldn't be doing it. Please don't do that. It's meant to go in the bin. In the bin's good. I don't go in the bin. I don't touch the bin. It's illegal to go in the bin. When it's dumped outside, which is illegal, it's illegal to dump. If I pick stuff up off the floor, it's free because I'm just taking the rubbish away. So here we have something I found after months. Not just months, months and months and months of not finding anything dumped in the car park or near the op shop bins or the charity bins. There hasn't been anything. Usually you find, sorry, I just lifted this bin in here so I'm a bit out of breath. Usually find that there's not much during the summertime, maybe a little bit, but usually in winter. As soon as it starts raining, when things can get damaged, that's when there's tons of dumping. Just tons of dumping. You go past, everything's soaking wet. Of course, we're out of winter. I think we're out of winter. What? January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August. We're still in winter. September, October, November. Yeah, so we're still in winter. Just at the end of it, it has been raining a lot. Of course, I haven't found anything up to now, but I found this. I went up to pick up some pizza or something today, and I drove past and went, ooh, there's a few things there. I'll just do the classic drive-by. I did the classic drive-by, pulled up slowly next to it, and I'm like, that tub looks like it might have things that I could sort of see through the transparent, semi-transparent plastic. Maybe it's good. I'll just jump out, have a look. Jumped out, the lid was already half off, so the rain was getting in. It was raining. And I lifted the lid a little bit. I went, oh, there's some good stuff in there. I don't think it's full of really good stuff. I think it's a lot of stuff in there, and I think I saw some other junk I don't want. That's okay. I can get rid of that. But this is what I've got. After months. Oh my God, it's so heavy. This giant tub. Months, and it stinks a bit too. Months and months and months of not finding anything. I've got this giant tub. We're going to clip the lids off. We're going to have a look because I can't do this with the camera. Roddy's too far away. I can't take him off, move him around. It's too much of a hassle. So I'm going to shoot this separately. Let's clip the lid off. Oh, come on, get off. Oh, gosh. Lid off. Let's have a look. Show and tell time. Let's hope. I had a real quick look. And immediately I saw cool stuff. I can't guarantee all this stuff's going to be cool. And this lid's broken. See the lid? I don't know if you can see the break in it. There's the break. It was literally like, if that's the thing, it was like sitting like that. There's some good stuff here. I don't know how much of it's good. But let's have a look. I can see some cool stuff right now. There's a couple of little toys. What is this? Oh, it's like a little fox thing. I think that can go in the bin. It's pretty, where's it, a cat or a raccoon? I don't know. I like little things. Little dinosaur, probably a little dinosaur for China. A little mini Superman pop looking thing. They're all going to have to be wiped down. Alright, immediately see good things. Ooh. Oh, there's some damp stuff here too. Damp plastic. Damp plastic. My bin's going to be full straight away. Don't know what these are. What are these? There's some stuff that's like made. Ugh, it's so wet. What are these? I don't know what these are. I think somebody's made them. Have no idea what these are. Don't know. I'll have a better look at them in a minute, but I'm not going to keep them, I don't think. Just put them to the side. I really don't want the floor to get all wet. More. These, I don't know, are these religious or anything? Oh, I know what these are. I think I've guessed what these are. They're candle holders. I think you put the candle in the middle, like that, and that sits on the tabletop. I think they're candle holders. Gosh, I'm so smart. Look how smart I am. They're very wet though. Need to get my tissues ready to dry my hands. Oh, it's kind of gross in here too. A big bag. I'm not taking out the good stuff yet. This bag is full of Christmas cards. Please tell me they're not used Christmas cards. Yeah, they're used Christmas cards. Dear Russell, Mum and Dad. Okay. I'm not going to read through these. These are people's private things. These are people's private things. I am not going to read through them all. Might check them for money though. Well, people get given money in Christmas cards. If there's an address on any of them and there's any money in there, I'll send it back. Just bunches of cards. Some funny ones. I'm not going to go through those, they're not important to me. That's all cards, they're quite damp. Let's put them to the side. Alright. Ugh. It smells a little bit like another wet plastic. It smells a bit like a smoker's household mixed with dampness in here. What's that? Oh, jewelry. Kids might like these, they're all sealed. Oh, look, jewelry with prices on them, $15, $22. Oh, kids will like these, I think. $15. I don't know if they made them and sold them or if they bought them. $15. Cool. All right, let's get to the good stuff though. This is jewelry. The kids can have that. It's all sealed. They like making jewelry. All right, there is a bit of water on stuff here. There's like a weird shelf thing in here too. Ew. There's damp picture frames. Maybe handmade, I'm not sure. Another damp picture frame. They're going to go in the bin. Alright, let's go through what we've got. There's a lot less than I thought there was going to be. But there is some cool shit in here. There's some cool... That's damp. Oh, damn. That's wet. I'm going to have to dry that out. There's so many good things in here. Okay, cool. We're going to have to dry these off. These actually got a lot more wet than I thought they did. Alright, so let's see if I've got any of the doubles. Look. VHS, these are all VHSs. Back to the Future 2. Don't know if I have Back to the Future 2. Is it in there? No, Ghostbusters 2. Sorry, what am I saying? Ghostbusters 2. Is that what this says on it? Yes. Oh, no, this is Ghostbusters. So they've mixed up the Ghostbusters. Hopefully they've got the Ghostbusters in here as well. It's not 2. It says Ghostbusters. This is Ghostbusters 2. So hopefully there's a Ghostbusters 2 in here, but VHS. Look at the tape. You can see the tape's a bit wet on the inside. I'm going to have to clean it. That is cool. This is damp as well. I need more tissues to clean up the wet. So I really do not like drying out these. What the hell? Oh, this is... I thought this was a war movie. This is not a war movie. Look at this. It's a little bit damp. These are all cool. Look, Young Indiana Jones. Young Indiana Jones on VHS. The Adventures of Young Indiana Jones. Hoganga, the Giver and Taker of Life. So cool. Is that in there? Yep. Yep, that's in there. Fantastic. Alright, so that's going to go to the side. Make sure I wipe everything. No, I don't want this one. Oh, look, I do like Bob the Builder. But I don't think I can rewatch this. My kids watch this so many times. I think I'm a bit traumatized by it. It's a yucky wrapper. It is damp. A lot of these are damp. Oh boy, very damp. I think that lid, half lid was off for quite some time. Oh look, it's got a different thing on the inside. It's got Max Steel on the inside. I have to remember that. Max Steel, I don't know what that is. Episode 1. I'll have to check that one out later. Very damp. We've got Ali Baba, a classic Arabian Nights adventure. I think this is an El Cheapo. But the animation looks interesting. Ali Baba. And that's in there. What's this? 101 Dalmatians. Copy. It's just a copy. That one's a copy. Very damp. These are all going to have to be wiped down. And they smell like a smoker's household. So they're going to have more than a wipe down. Okay, what do we got here? Quasimodo. Hunchback of Notre Dame. These are those really cheap animations. I don't know if they're any good or not. Hearst Entertainment. 1996. Quasimodo. They don't look like the really ultra cheap ones that you used to see in $2 stores. But this is Quasimodo, The Magical Adventures of Quasimodo. So the Hunchback from Notre Dame, and it's got actual episodes. So maybe this was a real show. Dragon Rock, The Clay Army, and The Choice. So I guess that's okay. I'll have to watch one and see if it's any good. There's a old movie you'll remember. Dustin Hoffman, Rene Russo, and Morgan Freeman. Outbreak. Is it in there though? Yep, Outbreak's in there. Less damp than the other ones. Let's move those to the side because there's a lot of these. There's a lot more than I thought there was. Another one. This is very damp. I'm going to have to dry this out. Is this Disney? No, it isn't. Who did this one? Good Times. Home Video. Don't know. Don't know who made these animations. But this is the 12 Days of Christmas. Is it in there? Can't tell. Yep, it's in there. Case is very damp. Like I said, this is when you find good stuff. You find good stuff. I mean, I'm not saying 12 Days of Christmas is good. You find it when it's raining. And this is wet. It's damp. So, could be good though. Let's put this aside because that's part of that collection. And this is part of that collection. I don't know what this is. I don't know what this is at all. It's called... Oh, this is full of water. Wow, okay, that's kind of disappointing. Really full of water. This is called Crocodile, Big Fish Blues. I have no idea what it is, but it's a real thing. It's got stuff written on it. Crocodile, anyone heard of Crocodile? I thought this had a lot more good stuff in it than I thought, but there's some really good stuff in here. So I'm not lying. Another one, does that mean that's sitting in a pool of water? Yes, it does. Fantastic. The Secret of the Hunchback. So another cheap animation. It is soaked. I'm gonna have to dry these all out. The Secret of the Hunchback. That's all gonna have to be dried off. This was sitting in a puddle of water and it's very damaged. I think I've got a copy of this already though. Oh, very wet. Very wet. Alright, how am I going to do this? Which one's which? That's the one I really want to be not damaged. Okay, so I'm just going to show you these. These are Harry Potter ones. These are very wet. Is that the right one? Philosopher's Stone, Hunchback. Harry Potter, that's soaked through. I've got many copies of this. Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. These can be dried, but is it in there? Yes. So number one. come on, I don't want you all to be damp. Number 2, this should say, yep, year 2. I've got the Chamber of Secrets, which is completely soaked. Like there's water dripping out of it. I'm going to have to figure out how to get this out. I don't even know if that's the right one in there. Oh boy, soaked. Like that, when I squeeze it, the water's coming out the bottom. Let's make sure it's in there. Chamber of Secrets, that is really wet as well. Like actually wet on the VHS tape. So hopefully there's no mold. I'll have to fix that up somehow. Soaked. Oh, I don't know what to do with that one. That one is very wet. And the one I really am interested in is one that I don't have. Because I think they only made 3. Didn't they make 3? The Harry Potter ones on VHS before they went, when VHS went out of print. Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. I don't own this one. It's in there. Let's hope it's not wet in there. Nope, nice and dry in there. The case is not soaked through. So yeah, Prisoner of Azkaban. That's a lot harder to find on, I mean you can get it on eBay. So that's a good one. Alright, here we go. We've got a great movie that is a little bit soaked. I've got this on DVD. Oh, it is quite soaked. Drop Dead Fred. Very good movie. Very, very good movie. I need to get this one out of the water as well. Oh, that is a little bit soaked. That's disappointing. Come on, separate. These are going to have to be dried. That goes with that. Yeah, Drop Dead Fred. Oh, please tell me you're in there. Drop Dead Fred is in there, but it's going to have to be dried. Oh boy. Very damp. Like you can see the back's quite damp at the top. Okay. Yep, okay, that's going to go on that pile of damp ones to be sorted out. Then we've got William Tell, very damp. That's been sitting in water. William Tell is in there. The animation looks very basic. It looks like one of those kind of cheap children's animated classics. One of those super cheap ones you would get on DVD or VHS back in the day from a $2 store. Not terribly interested in that one. Now we get to the good stuff. The good stuff, except for this one, which is very damp. Make sure it's in there. Upside down. Okay, these I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in one set. Now I have never heard of these, and I'm going to have to look them up. They are a little bit damp. A couple of them are a little bit damp, so I'm going to have to look them up. Did you know there was a Back to the Future animated series? You probably did, but I didn't. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've got 7, my lucky number. 7 Back to the Future VHS tapes. Multiple episodes on them. This one is Mac the Black and the St. Louis Blues. Yep, so that's the 2 episodes. Mac the Black and the St. Louis Blues. Animated series. Never heard of it before. Makes sense though. On VHS, it's in there. And it looked dry. The case is a bit damp. So that's awesome. That's what I'm stoked about. This one is a bit damp as well. Oh, gosh. So much dampness. It's a bit of a worry for VHS tapes to have this much dampness. They're all upside down in here too. Another one. Better up. Time waits for no frog. Yep, so that's the right one in there. This one is 3 episodes. It's got Batter Up, Time Waits for No Frog, and Einstein's Adventure. Back to the Future. It's in there. The tape's in good condition. These are the ones I'm excited about. Back to the Future, the animated series. This one is damp on the outside, but not so a little bit of water damage on the spines. I had a funny conversation with, well, not funny, but I was on Instagram and somebody was like bragging about making a lamp out of old cassette tapes that were in perfect condition, and I was quite appalled by that, and I left a message to say that very same thing. I was polite, just said it's a crime against retro, so you can see it soaked through on the back. And I had the owner of the post, the person that made the post, man, for somebody who's got that many followers, his response was instantly on the attack. Told me to shut up and this and that. I'm like, mate, it's an opinion. Look at the damage on the inside. It's an opinion, and you've got an opinion, you got your comment section open, and all I'm saying is you're gluing stuff together that is now worth a lot of money, and instead of using it, you're destroying them. I don't understand, and I do not understand. Somebody said on that comment in reply, well, if they're worth so much money, why are they being thrown out for? This is why things get thrown out, because people don't know any better, and people can't be bothered trying to figure out if it's worth anything. They throw things out. This one was A Friend in Need and The Money Tree, another Back to the Future. Yep, they're 2 episodes. That's in there. They're in there. I just checked. They're all upside down though. I don't know what's going on with them putting them in upside down. Oh, that one's the wrong one in there. Okay, we'll have to. That's that one's. That's. No, that's back to front too. That's the wrong one. That one should be in that one. Let's take this out. This one needs to be in that one. Gosh, they obviously just threw them back in there really quickly. Just want to make sure they're not mixed up. This one needs to be in that one. The cases, the paper on the what am I saying? I can't talk. The covers are a little bit soaked, and that one should be that one. Cool. All right, so we've got that one. Yeah, we did that one. We've got 4 more to go. Back to the Future, Clara's Folks and Brothers. So that's cool. These are so cool. I'm going to look these up. Hopefully they're worth something. Not that I'm going to sell them, but I just think that things that are become a cartoon, especially about a big, like a big, what would you call it? Like a big money seller, big money maker, a big product. When they become an animation, I think we know that they're meant to make money. So I did that one, didn't I? Clara's Folks and Brothers. This one is the 3rd to last one. Back to the Future, Forward to the Past, and Vern Hatches an Egg. That one, so I just swapped it back into the right spot. Still very damp. The cardboard is mostly good. It's just a little bit damp. The VHS tapes are fine. Yes, so Forward to the Past and Vern Hatches an Egg. Last 2. Oh, this case is a bit on the jank side. So that one works. That's in there. I think this case has been dropped, but the cover's all right. A little bit damp. This is why people throw away things. Because people think, oh, it's just stupid VHS tapes. Not everybody knows. Not everybody knows that there is anything worth things. And if you go to rich suburbs, I'm not saying everyone in rich suburbs, but a lot of things in rich suburbs just get thrown on the street. Things that are worth a lot of money. If you follow some of the people on Instagram, some of them go or live in those suburbs, and they just go for a walk down the street and they find very expensive things. iPads, iPhones, working, you know, retro goods, things that are worth a lot of money are thrown out. They're just thrown out, don't need them anymore. This one is A Family Vacation, and the other episode is Retired. You can see the Back to the Future logo on the top. And the very last one, which I'm going to wipe anyway, and it's the last media related thing in here. So it means some of those other VHS tapes are not in the right case, which is disappointing. The ones that were in the wrong case, I don't know, maybe there was another bag there I didn't see. And this one is a bit damp on the inside. I will have to try and dry some of these out. Typical, you find these in the rain. Don't see things for months and months and months. I've given up hope. This one is Go Fly a Kite and Hill Valley Brownouts. This one's a little bit damp underneath, so I'm going to have to give it a clean. Yeah, Go Fly a Kite and Hill Valley Brownouts. Last one. Big, gross, wet, sloppy container with all these. So I've got 7 of these in here. This one is upside down as well. Yep, so all the right ones in there. Not like my Toxic Avenger one, which had the wrong VHS tape in it. So these are all of our Back to the Future animated series. Here we go. 7 Back to the Future animated series episodes. Sorry, each one has 2 to 3 episodes on it. So 7 VHS tapes of the Back to the Future VHS TV series. That's not the way you say that, but you know what I mean. Back to the Future cartoon series on VHS tape. I think if we do a tally, it gives you 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 13, 15 episodes in total. 15 episodes in total for free, dumped in the rain in a case. This is why we check. This is why we check. Now, where I live, my chances of finding good things are very low compared to other places. And I'm not the kind of person that is always driving around. I don't have time. I work a lot. Got a lot of kids stuff I've got to look after. I'm home looking after my family and all that stuff. So I'm not always out driving around looking for things. But if I do get an opportunity to drive past some places I know might be dumped, things are dumped illegally, please don't do that. But like if you happen to leave them out there, leave good stuff so that if I drive past, myself or someone else that collects things can find them. This is why we go. So those random times I go, I just happen to be there at the right place at the right time. So I will look these up. These more than anything else, so I am very happy with my, where is it? Prisoner of Azkaban one, so that will need a good drying. Because I was looking for this and I think they were trying to charge like $20 to $25, $30 for this on eBay. Glad to find it for free. The Philosopher's Stone and the Chamber of Secrets are very damp. Very, very damp. So there you go. This is what we do. This is what we do. So this is what was in the box. I will tell you, I will show you. Oh look, this was a for sale box. I think they must have had it in a garage sale. Because the box has this sticker on the inside. They must have had it open in the driveway and just went, didn't sell them, not going to keep them. Videos, $2. So they were selling them for $2 each. Now what was left in here was another frame. Those 2 frames we saw before. Some kind of box with nothing in it. They decorated some boxes. They wanted $1 for this empty box. But it all kind of smells like it's been perfumed after it's been smoked around. So that's pretty gross. Yeah, I don't want to keep that. And this thing, which I'm gonna guess, I don't really know. Oh, is it a tissue box holder? I don't know. Maybe it's a tissue box holder with a little thing in it. I don't really know. Or it can't be for toilet rolls, can it? This thing. Look, I don't know what this is. Can anyone tell me what this is? They wanted $15 for it. It looks like it was handmade. Maybe stuff from Bunnings? I don't know. Did it hold toilet rolls before? I have no idea. Like, you got this thing. I think it's a pencil holder. I wanted $8 for that. I mean, it's kind of cool, but these are all damp. Damp. $5 for this they wanted. This, God knows what it is. I thought it was for tissue boxes for a little bit. Little tissue boxes, but look at the way it's shaped. Bottom's not painted. I'm going to guess it was for something else. Maybe toilet rolls. I've got no idea. But I'm not keeping that. keeping any of the rest of this stuff. It's all going to get thrown out. That must be the lid for it, maybe. Is that the lid for it? There you go. I think that's the lid for it. Don't want that. Don't know why it's made like this though. Bird feeder? No. Just very strange. Don't know what it is. Not going to keep it. But there you go. Found some stuff and some stickers. Some stupid stickers. Alright guys, thank you very much. I know that went on for quite a while. I think we're around the 20-30 minute mark. Hopefully I can edit this down to make it a little bit easier for you. Thank you for having a look at all of these great VHS tapes that I've found. Probably won't keep them all, but at least I found 7 Back to the Future tapes. Fantastic. I'll be looking them up. Thanks guys. Back to the regularly scheduled program. Boop.
There we go, guys. While you were watching that, I was actually taking out all those Back to the Future sleeves, the covers, and putting them on top of each other on tissue paper with something heavy on top to flatten them out, just to get that moisture out. I've done that before in the past. It's the only way I could really get it to work. You got to dry them out straight away or they get wrecked. So while you were watching that, I was taking them out and stacking them up. Bit out of breath now. All right, so thank you very much for watching that. I know that was really long, but how insane, like Stigmatic Creature says, how insane were those Back to the Future VHS tapes? And that episode 11 of Indiana Jones, Young Indiana Jones. I had a quick look online as well while we were playing that segment at eBay. The Back to the Future episodes, there were 26 episodes in total for the whole season. 2 seasons maybe, or season. 26 episodes. We have 15 episodes out of those 26. Their prices, now they're not sealed, so we're not going to count those prices. They're like sealed as like a couple $100, but just as they are now, clean, I was surprised. You're looking at between $25 and $60, $70 each VHS tape. Insane. Craziness. Absolute craziness. So we've got like 7 of those tapes. If you want to go dead center right in the middle, and you say, what's that? $35 each times 7, whatever that equals. 35, 35, 35, 105, 210, $245 worth of VHS tapes. Does that sound roundabout right? If you go dead center right in the middle of the road, or more. Could be closer to 500, who knows. But yeah, 26 episodes in total. So we got 15 of those 26 episodes. That's craziness. I looked up Crockadoo as well, because the one that was written Crockadoo, but didn't have a cover. Hang on, let me just go to desktop. There we go. Sorry about the bright white light. Here it comes. That's Crockadoo. Let's go here. It's Crockadoo. And this was the episode that I've got, Big Fish Blues. Forget about the price, $16.89. It was from 1990 something. Let's go there. This Crockadoo tape I have has 3 episodes on it. Big Fish Blues, Jailhouse Croc, and Daycare Nightmare. I've never heard of this before. You'll find a strange new world, beautiful, bizarre, tropical paradise with tacky tourism meets a crop of crazy crocodiles. Yeah, and look at the year. That's total time of 68 minutes. 1996. Energy. What was that? The movie you had in the background playing? My guess is the Black Cat. Oh, that's a good guess, but it's not right. But that's a good guess. Is it still playing? No, it switched itself off. I usually pay attention to these things. The good thing about that TV is if I forget, it's the Blu-ray player and the TV switch themselves off, which is awesome. 1934 film. I will tell you at the end. I promise. I promise. Yeah, I just wanted to show you those two. So, yeah, Crockadoo, crazy. Never heard of it before, but it was on TV. It was a thing. Let's go back to Roddy. Go back to Roddy, Sir Roderick. Good guess, though. I'm glad you're the first person that has tried to guess. Mr. Mark McBride has guessed off camera. He would message me and guess what the film was. Sometimes he was surprised because he's actually a bit of a aficionado on older films. Let me get this screen off. Way too bright. I don't like how bright that is. It's hurting my eyeballs. All right. I think we're good. We've lost a few viewers and gained a few viewers, so we're at 3 live viewers. Thank you very much for being here. Should I tell you? No, I'll tell you at the end. I will tell you at the end. What we'll do really quickly before we finish up, because it is nearly 4. It's 4:38 in the morning where I am. We're just going to do a quick toy talk because I moved some things around to make room for. I moved all my CDs out of that shelf. I moved them over there, but I had to move toys. So I'm going to show you this. I bought this years ago, and I've still got it. It's very dusty. I should clean it. Let's do toy talk. Toy talk. Welcome to Toy Talk. Let's talk about this. I bought this because I like the look of it. Let's get down here so you don't see it straight away. Very dusty. I've got to wipe down the dust. That's terrible. You shouldn't be keeping bubbles on toys covered in dust for too long. You don't want them yellowing. Chemical reaction and contact with dust. But I've had this for a long time. This was a set of just random... I don't know who produced it. Does it tell you who produced it? MGA Entertainment. I don't know who that is. But they released a set of 4 characters. I thought it was more than that. I thought it was 6 or 7, but I think it shows only 4 on here. Space characters, but they're really random. So I don't think they came from a TV show. They are called... I wonder if Roddy will see it. Let me just move my microphone forward a little bit. They're called Alien Racers. Has anyone seen Alien Racers before? That light's glaring on it. Sorry, there you go. Alien Racers. Big box, huge window, very detailed paint apps on them. This guy's called Ultrox. I picked him because he was half robot, half human. The website, don't know if it still works, but it said www.alienracers.com. MGA Entertainment might be the fictional one, or it might be the actual company. This guy, Ultrox, has a helmet. He looks really happy in this picture. I don't know why they made him look so, like, stoked. But yeah, he's like a cyborg. His legs have got these, like, real... They always make cyborgs look like they got the most fucked up legs. And then the body's, like, all, like, normal. They're like gladiators, basically. Alien racers. But there was no vehicles. So, I don't know where it came from. I think I need to look it up. Be part of the action. Alienracers.com. That'd be worth checking out. But yeah, he's really cool. Check him out. We can do a bit of a closer look with Roddy. Roddy's pretty good at getting close when he wants to be. So you've got Ultrox here. He looks really mean there, but he looks really happy here. Look how, like, stoked he is. He's like, yeah, I'm going to kick your butt. I kick everyone's butt. It's because I'm red. I go faster. Yeah, he's got this weird groin pad thing there. I don't know if that was weirdly chosen, but he's got all these extra things like a whip. Assuming it's a whip. These, like, arm blaster things, and I don't know what that is down there. He's got a helmet with a visor that moves. They were just really cool. I can't remember what I paid for it. I've had this for years and years and years and years. I bought this, it must have been like closer to 15, 20 years ago. And then you got the back. You got like a stat card kind of thing, tells you all about him. Yeah, it's a whip. You can see he's holding the whip. The center of the universe, speed is power. But there's no vehicles, so none of it really makes sense. Heat 2, and this gives you all the information. Home planet, Alpharon. Then you got the other characters here. You got Scrash, Null. Null's pretty cool. I should have just bought them all. I really want to buy them all. Jack and Garog. But really, Ultrox really stood out to me. I think I paid $15 for it, I think at the time, or maybe like $12, $15. But I just like the packaging. I've always liked just the whole thing looks really cool. And you got double alien races at the top there. Just really cool looking. Really odd. And they came and they went. That's it. They left. I just wanted to show you that because I'd had it pulled down from the shelf to make room for other things. I was like, oh, I've never really talked about Ultrox before. But he's really cool. I had toyed with the idea of taking him out of his package and displaying it, but I just don't have display room. So there you go. Ultrox from Alien Racers. AlienRacers.com. And I've got to figure out where to put him. A lot of my toys are in the cupboard now. They're in boxes in the cupboard, which is very sad. But if I could make more room to put glass cabinets and stuff in here, I would. But I don't, and I can't. So I won't. All right, I think we're all good there. I think we're done. I think we've covered pretty much everything. I don't think I have anything else to talk about. Have we covered that? So we're not going to do this.
What overpriced stuff is on eBay?
Yeah, we'll do that next week. And also, if you're watching, if you want to let me know, what are your favorite segments of the Dooom vlog? Because there are things I want to do more regularly, but I'm not too sure what people like. Do you like what overpriced stuff is on eBay, where we just look at some things that are very expensive that used to be collectibles or movies or pretty much anything that's related to pop culture and cinema and toys? Do you like that as a segment? Maybe we could do some more of that, or we could do focus more. Look, I'd like to focus more on mail, but it's about how much I buy, really, and I can't spend everything. Do you like Toy Talk? Did I do this? What's in this? Oh, yeah. I forgot I did this one. If anyone didn't see the week before last week's episode, this is a movie I was laughing at. I was laughing at this. This is a real movie. I know they mean burning the candle at both ends. That is an absolutely horrendous title for a movie that you try to be serious with. Burning at both ends. Had too much curry. Maybe ate something that was slightly off. Burning at both ends. All right, moving on. I don't think... Can I get rid of that? Yeah. Oh, no, that was me. I'm just trying to see what... Oh, yeah, Chopper. Chopper. Get to the Chopper. That's a cool toy. I want that toy. Chopper in Imperial disguise. Is it too soon still? Is it too soon still to talk about this Lego set of My First Affair? I think that is so fucking hilarious. So, they do this. They did something like, whoever it was did something like this with the pandemic with a shop. You get a shop front, you get a bunch of people stealing toilet paper, and I laughed and I laughed and I laughed so much. This made me laugh just as much. It's just perfectly set out. So good. I think we did all of. Oh, this was just the toys we talked about last time. Yep. But look at these giant Revenge of the Sith figurines. I really, really want these, and I want to see more of them. They're like double the size of the original Revenge of the Sith, which was one of my favorite, more recent lines of toys. So many toys, so many options. Yeah, all right, so let's go back to Roddy Cam. We're all good. So I think I can tell you what the movie was now. The Bela Lugosi film. It wasn't the Black Cat. That was a good guess, Stigmatic Creature. It was Invisible Ghost. Invisible Ghost. Yes, Bela Lugosi. He was in a lot of films, and I thought I wanted to put Invisible Ghost on, and it didn't disappoint. I obviously didn't notice it switched off in the background. So anybody who guessed that and didn't mention it, congratulations. But you didn't put it in the comments, so I cannot give you a slow clap or a through the camera, through Roddy, high five. Maybe next time you'll get it. I'll put another one on next week and you'll see if you can get the next one. All right, I'm going to actually round it up there, and we're going to talk more next week. So if there's anything you want to see more, if you want more news, it just means more research, but I'm happy to do it. If you want to hear more things about what's going on in the world, I'm not going to do more beer. Usually it's either beer or no beer. So we're going to leave that out of the equation. Let's get physical media. Do you like it? Should it be shorter? Should it be longer? Should I talk about more eclectic stuff? Should I go deeper? Should I review more films? when I'm going live. I'd like to do that in separate videos, but would you like me to review films? Do you want to see the fireplace some more? Is that something you want to see? You want to see more of my CRT TV fireplace? That could be something I could do. But let me know in the chat, or jump on my Instagram, let me know. Or you can even just message me on neondoomroom@gmail.com. I do check it sporadically, and I will take note of what you've got to say. And I'd like to be able to give you what you want more of. I do like coming on here and having a chat, but, you know, we don't want to bore you. So I think tonight's been pretty good and a lot swifter than normal, and I was happy to do that pre-shot episode, even though I did drag out until close to 5 o'clock in the morning now. So, Stigmatic, thank you so much for being with me for the whole night. I'm assuming maybe Mark might have been here, but he might have gone to bed. We haven't seen You Want Balloons, but that's okay, maybe another day. And I'm not sure if Retro Toy Princess, it's always hard to say that, Retro Toy Princess might have been here, might not have. But thank you, Stigmatic, for being here, being my wing lady, wingman. That's terrible terminology. Wing person for the night. And we're going to leave it there. So any of the episode you haven't watched, please go ahead and be Replay Crew and watch the beginning. I do have an 11-minute vlog loading screen, which is just me trying to fit new shelves in with new drilled holes to make it work. It is slightly funny, but just to get through the time. Made it a bit more interesting. All right, guys, thank you very much. BZ here in the Neon Doom Room with Roddy, the ever-faithful, non-humanoid, not squishy, non-squishy character. Roddy, my camera. He's very, very good, though. Very unjudgmental. I aspire to be more like Roddy. Thank you, Stigmatic. Thank you. We'll see you on the Instagram. And if anybody's interested, jump on my Instagram. I'm not always on there. I'm trying to put more posts up. I'm a bit lazy with Instagram about what I'm watching and what I'm doing. But yeah, message me. I like messages. I like hearing from people. I know Stigmatic messages me probably more than most. A few other people do too. Yeah, we'll see you on the next episode. Thank you so much for being here. Replay Crew, and to my live watchers, you're my favorite people. Replay Crew, you're my second most favorite people ever. Anyone who's made it to the end of any of my videos, you're my favorite. You're my very, very favorite. Thank you so very much. Have a good night. I'm going to, before the sun rises, I'm going to eat a few chips and I'm going to watch maybe a bit of Star Wars. I can't be bothered putting a movie on just to get me through the rest of the night and then go to sleep and wake up for another birthday day today. Get ready for the fun and the joy. Good on you guys. Have a good one. Now, let's see if I can come up with a inspirational ending. Don't forget to squeeze your squirrels and bask your beer nuts. I should really write these things down. Thanks, guys. Have a good night. BZ, Neon Doom Room. Thanks for being here for the Doom Vlog, episode 21. We'll see you on the next one. You might even see me on the live review, maybe if you're lucky. Thanks, guys. Have a good one. Say good night to your mum for me. I'll see you bright and early on the next episode. Bye.